morning, guys. It is day 3. We slept in a little bit, so, a little before 10 a.m. We're going to go down and hit some breakfast. This is our first port day, which is Aruba. We do not get into port, I think, until 1:15, 1:30, something like that. We do have an excursion planned. It's a ship excursion. It's like some off-road adventure, beach break, lunch, something. Not real sure what the name of it is, but I'll fill you in on that later. So it's extremely windy, very choppy this morning. There's a lot of white caps out on the ocean. The wind's whipping, the boat's moving pretty good. So it's even hard to find somewhere outside to film without the wind blowing like crazy. So, but anyway, we're gonna get some breakfast. Got a couple of things. We're going to try to get a couple activities on the ship this morning before we get to Aruba. So let's see what we get into. Alright, I've got some sausage, eggs Benedict, and an omelet. Lisa just got some scrambled eggs and some grits. And of course we got coffee, OJ, milk, all the good breakfast staples. So this came across the loudspeaker, said we were going to be getting late into Aruba. So we'll see what that means. Anyway, we'll have some breakfast and we'll catch up. Alright guys, there's our first images of Aruba. Pulling into port. We're a little late. Like I said, the wind is brutal, so I don't know if it was a captain fighting a headwind or what. But, looks absolutely beautiful. Morning. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go see what we get into. It looks like it's absolutely beautiful down here though. Alright, so like I said, we have an off-road adventure or something. I don't know if we're like in a Jeep or not real sure what we're getting into. I know I'd like to be fishing right now, I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, so we'll pick back up with you when we're out on the dock. Alright guys, we're off the ship, on our tour bus. We got Adventure of the Seas in port with us. There's Vista. So, but we're waiting on everybody to get out here and then we're off. Well, we're still waiting. Apparently we got 3 more people that are booked this excursion that haven't showed up yet. So, I don't know how long we're going to wait. But at least it's breezy. It's hot, but at least it's breezy. Pretty hopping little port. Been busy. Just like I said, there's still people flooding out. We actually got into port a little bit late. So, like I said, not sure. It's 1:30 now, and we're supposed to start our excursion at 1:30. So, I guess we'll see. All right, we're not waiting any longer. There's 3 people who are gonna miss the bus. That's why it's always important to make sure you get to your meeting locations quick. So, but we're off. We're just riding this bus out to the, I guess, the port entrance, and then we'll get on another vehicle with a tour guide named George. Clouds are starting to look a little scary. Looks like we might get some rain today. I'll tell you this, the tour buses are definitely colorful down here. This is fun. A lot of little street vendors. And I apologize if I sound a little excited, but this is a new port for us. We've never been here. We're going to try to bring as much as we can. Back on board time is not till 10:30 tonight. I'm sure we'll be back on way before that. So, kind of a cool looking area. All right, well.
Ford, Mercedes-Benz dealer, and Lincoln, Mitsubishi. It just keeps going. Came to the port with a whole bunch of brand new Kias, sitting, I guess, waiting to get their customs, all brand new. This looks like got a really cool straw market area over there. Come around the square here. We're just right outside the port still. So the ships are right here. Looks like a real cool shopping area back in there, maybe. Have to check that out after the tour. There's the outlet Aruba sign. Needless to say, it's a little crowded. Traffic really bad. So I don't know how long it's going to take us to get anywhere. It looks like maybe the clouds are going to break up. We may not get wet. A ton of shopping down here, looks like. Alright, now we're moving through downtown area. All kinds of cool shops. T-shirt shops on every corner, you know, your typical stuff. But the architecture is just phenomenal. So this tour is supposed to take us to like some scenic areas, photo opportunities, kind of stuff. But look at this architecture, y'all. Adventure of the Seas, that's one of our favorite ships. Look at all the straw market. So on the left is our Parliament building. Seaport Casino. Oh, we just passed Lucy's bar, so we're going to come back and do the scorpion shot later. Apparently it's some type of shot where you actually have to eat the dead scorpion at the bottom of the shot glass.
Now you'll come right back, you're going to see the clock building there, that's a port, and I found that used to be a port, they used to call it Horse Bay. The reason why they call it Horse Bay, you see a lot of blue horses in the town. In the past, the Spanish people brought horses to the island, but when they brought them, they didn't have them.
we stopped at the Natural Bridge. Used to be a bridge across there, but it's recently collapsed. Now they have another smaller one here. Small bridge here. Of course, there's signs everywhere. We're not allowed out there because risk of a collapsing in. Blizzards. Look how dark this water is, almost black. It's so dark out here. There's lizards everywhere. There's a good shot down there. All the nasty seaweed and stuff washed up in. Step in the gift shop here in a second, get us a quick drink. This is as far as we're gonna go, is right here. Yeah, it's definitely some rough water up here. It's crazy how cool this is though. Yeah, so here's a little gift shop out here at the Natural Bridge area. There's bathrooms here, but it does cost $1 to go to the bathroom. Just FYI. So, cool little gift shop in here. It's your typical gift shop, but it's air conditioned. All right, one of the things I try to do a lot when I'm out in these smaller countries like this is try their local beers. So this is Magic Mango beer, is a local beer here in Aruba. Pretty good if you're a beer drinker. It's one thing, it's ice cold and it's hot outside, but it's pretty good. But check the view out here still. Cool little snack bar in here. Like I said, it costs you $1 to use the restroom. That's kind of funny, but it is what it is. Yeah, so Magic Mango beer if you're a beer drinker. Here, I'll show you the restroom sign. There's the restroom sign. $1 for bathrooms. All right, so I think we're gonna get back on the road. All right, guys. There's our stop at the Natural Bridge in Aruba. So it's pretty rough. So it looks like we're getting on a bus. We're gonna head out to our next stop. These were here from the early 1500s, he just said. Kind of hard to make it out. Gold mill ruins. This is where they used to process all the gold mining. Early days of the island. You ever want to feel like you're in a desert? This is crazy. Not what I was expecting a tropical island to be. There's our, that's what we've been riding around on. I think the definitely way to do this out here though is do one of these side-by-side adventures. A lot of those out here. Let's get a good shot of the coastline over here. Definitely tell it's rough. This is barren for as far as you can see. It's hot, but there's a good breeze. Not too bad. Very dusty, as you can imagine. Cool ruins. Like I said, from the 1500s, that says a lot. Still standing. Moving on. Alright, starting to get a little more beachy out here. down, see if we can walk under the natural bridge here.
Yeah, we got like 12 natural bridges.
It's pretty cool. So there's about 12 natural bridges on the island. Yeah.
That rock fell 150,000 years ago.
Got some big old lizards out here hanging out with us. I don't know if you can see them or not. There's a whole lot of them running up through there. You have to watch where you walk out here because apparently they do horseback rides, and there's some remnants of horses that you don't want to take home with you, if you know what I mean. All right, there's another one there. I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but they're all over the place. All right, we're heading towards, I believe, some type of lighthouse. So let's see where that takes us. Got another group of ATVs.
careful.
You got no business riding the floor there.
What's that? One last one.
Come up here for the 6th.
This is the very first chapel over on the island. It's still in use today.
But you can still get married at the chapel. This is the Carnival Vista Chapel. This is the first church built on the island.
First church built on the island. Alright, so here's the church. We got some puppy dogs.
What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? Nice. Hey, the puppy dogs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey. What are you doing? Oh goodness. What are you doing?
Really cool church. This is actively used weekly for their one of the things we do whenever we travel for my son is we get license plates. So I was able to find him a Aruba license plate at this stop.
Instead of being a tour guide, I can be a priest. I'm a certified priest.
Actually, it just blows my mind. I was not expecting this type of terrain. We're going to jump back on the truck and see where we go next. Alright, we're leaving the church and all the crossing along the side of the road here. According to the tour guide, there is no real speed limit anywhere on the island. Keep that in mind.
out there. We got a ship, warship, and they do scuba diving and snorkeling out there also. So this location here is called River Campus. Okay, look at the tree on my right. This is the cashew nut tree, so you can see the cashew fruit with the cashew nut.
I would see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of these houses are just incredible. We're on the back on the south side of the island now. Part of the island, he says, no, we're snorkeling. That's what we saw, the boat and people in the water were snorkeling. I think we're heading up to that lighthouse there. That's where we're going.
So on my left, this is one of our beaches. This is the Arashi beach. By the way, all the beaches on the island of Aruba is public. We don't have the private beaches.
He just said all the beaches on the entire island are all public beaches. There are no private beaches anywhere on the island. Those are referred to as the California Lighthouse. And it's a little busy up here, but the views are crazy.
You guys even stop here, you guys got 10 to 15 minutes.
Crazy views.
You can just use the restroom, you can use the restroom in the Cabo Blanco. And you pay $1, you can use the restroom, you can hold it, and then stop, you want to take the restroom, and then stop the restroom.
Alright, so California Lighthouse. Again, another, you have to pay $1 to go in a restaurant and use the bathroom. Just blows my mind. So the group we're with today is PelicanAruba.com. I'll put a link. Definitely a cool lookout spot up here. Should be getting pretty close to our lunch stop. There's your overlook. That's all the snorkeling areas over here to the right. And then you can see downtown Tourist-Ed. And then Restaurant Farra Blanco is what that's called. Alright, so I think we're going to stop see here a second and then move on. We do have a little street vendor set up here, selling, you know, local crafts, cold drinks. There's been those kind of set up everywhere we've been down here. Kind of cool. Pretty impressive. Love to be able to go over the top of that thing. Just keep taking this view in. Alright, so I just show y'all this bus with a big ass iguana on top of it. I've seen a few that have bananas, but that's the first iguana we've seen. Alright, so we're coming back down off from the lighthouse. Little guy's hanging out with us for lunch. Where's our lunch? Where's our waiter? Club sandwich.
like 5-10 minutes. They're gonna make it freshly for you right now, right? Okay, very good, yeah?
Alright, we've had to switch over to the GoPro. I killed the battery on the DJI. So we just finished the excursion. We're back at the ship. We are now walking into town, do a little shopping, and work our way down to a place called Lucy's to do our scorpion shot. See, there's a sign for Lucy's. So we'll see what that entails. But so we'll walk around a little bit.
No, what they
Yeah,
do is
see what we can get
they radio the ship.
Okay.
Come on, Jason!
That wasn't bad. Alright guys, we just finished up dinner. Came up and give you guys a view of Aruba at night. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna get up here where I can get a better view of it. Not too often you get to see a port at night, but this is crazy. Look at this. What? Crazy gorgeous up here. Can't believe, you wouldn't think it's this big up here. Tell you what, I'm not sure how much more we're going to film tonight. We're absolutely exhausted. That four-wheeling back in the desert beat us up pretty good. It was fun, but it was hot and it was rough. So our traveling partners have already headed to bed. So we got a couple things to do tonight. We'll see how long I hang in there. I think Miss Lisa's gonna go to bed too. So looks like we've got a ship way off in the distance out there. But anyway, like I said, I just want to show you guys the Aruba at night. Hi guys. Well, I think we're going to try to catch the karaoke competition tonight. And then that's going to take us into adult game show night. So we'll be able to film either one of those. That's kind of what we're doing. So just hanging in there. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for Aruba, day 3. Had a good time. Aruba was beautiful. So we're gonna take it to bed and get up and do Curacao in the morning. So we'll catch up with you then.